Hello. I don't know what's wrong with my internet, but it's taking me 5 minutes to connect again. So anyway, if you want to collect a few different bits and pieces to join in today, we're going to do a song about pots and pans. So if you've got anything like that you wanna get, if you've got any animals like camels or sheep or cows, they would be useful as well. And if you've got a bag to put your pots and pans in, it can be a plastic bag, whatever you like. So that's for the story. And then obviously we need our normal things like a teddy to cuddle at the story time, and your castanets to tap, and your little candle for the blessing song, and a shaker for happy day, and your scarf for the wiggle song. So I think that's it. So let's get going. We're going to start with our castanets. Are you ready to tap? Thank you, God, for this fine day. Thank you, God, for this fine day. Thank you, God, for this fine day. Right where we are, amen. And loving us. Thank you, God, for loving us. Thank you, God, for loving us. Thank you, God, for loving us. Right where we are, amen. And families. Thank you, God, for families. Thank you, God, for families. Thank you, God, for families. Right where we are, amen. And giving us food. Thank you, God, for giving us food. Thank you, God, for giving us food. Thank you, God, for giving us food. Right where we are, amen. And all our friends, should we give our friends a wave? Because we're not with them, are we? Let's give them a wave. Thank you, God, for all our friends. Thank you, God, for all our friends. Thank you, God, for all our friends. Right where we are, amen. Yay! Well done. Right, now it's time for a wiggle. Have you got something to wiggle, or are you just going to stand up and dance? I'm just going to move the camera. All right then. Wiggle, 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 freeze. Wiggle, 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 freeze. I said I gotta get the wiggles out of me. Shake my hands, gonna shake my feet. Gonna shake my head, gonna groove to the beat. Because I gotta get the wiggles out of me. I gotta get the wiggles out of me. Wiggle, 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 freeze. Wiggle, 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 freeze. I said I gotta get the wiggles out of me. Sketch, skiddly-doo. I gotta get the wiggles out of me because I wanna hear the story. It's gonna be fun. Learning about Jesus is for everyone. I gotta get the wiggles out of me. Wiggle, 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 freeze. Wiggle, 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 freeze. I said I gotta get the wiggles out of me. I gotta get the wiggles out of me. I gotta get the wiggles out of me. Yay! Very good. Woo! Fantastic. All right, let me switch that off. Excellent. Let's have a sit down. All right. Now, do you want to sit on somebody's knee for the story? Have you got your teddy for a cuddle? Right. So, give your teddy a cuddle. Thank you for this time, for a cuddle and a hug, to listen to your stories and feel safe and snug. Oh, can you give your teddy a stroke so you can get him to go to sleep? Soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur. Lazy kitty, pretty kitty, purr, purr, purr. There we go, she's going to sleep. Excellent. Right, are you ready for the story? So today's story is about Abraham. And at the beginning of the story, he was called Abram, but he changed his name. So if I say, sometimes I say Abram and sometimes I say Abraham, don't worry, it's the same person. So there was a man called Abraham, and God said to him, go on a long journey to a new country. So he set out with his family and his camels and his cattle and his sheep. So here's my camel with his big humps. And my sheep, what does the sheep say? Meh. And a cow, what does the cow say? Moo. So he took all his animals and he took all his things. So that if you manage to get some pots and pans or bits and pieces, we're going to pack up. So we're going to put our pots and pans in the bag so we can take them with us on our journey. Here's me pan with me lid. So I'm all ready to go. So if you've packed a little bag or put a few things in it, doesn't really matter what you put in it, you can maybe have a journey around the room. If you're feeling a bit fidgety and don't want to sit down, you can maybe take your bag on a journey around the room. So we're going to sing a little song about this journey. So you can either walk around the room with your bag or you can tap your knees if you want to sit down. Okay. God came and said to Abraham one day, now pack up all your things and move away. Take your pots and take your pans, travel to a far off land, 'cause Canaan is the place for you to stay. Abram listened and he trusted God, and so he shouted, yes, our love for you will grow. When we take our pots and pans, travel to a far off land, and we know that God will help us on the way. So there he is with all his bags and his sheep and his cows, going on a journey. Let's see where they go. So at last they arrived in the land that God had promised. There were green valleys and flowing rivers. So the valley is the bit in between. So if we've got two hills like this, can you put your hands like that? This is the valley, the bit in between, and that's where the river flows. Can you make your hand into the river flowing down? So it was a beautiful place. So he was very happy. Now, Abraham had brought his nephew with him, whose name was Lot. But Lot and Abraham argued over who was going to have the best bit of grass for their sheep and their animals. So do you ever argue? Yeah, because you say, I want the best bit. Can you say it? But I want the best bit. Yeah, that's what they were doing. And in the end, Abraham said, look, it's fine. You have the best bit and you go that way and I'll go the other way. So off he went. Can you see him? There we go. Shall we wave to him as he goes? Say, bye, Lot. Bye. Now, God had promised Abraham one day that he would have many children and many grandchildren and many great-grandchildren, because he didn't have any children just yet. He said, you're going to have as many as the stars in the sky. So shall we sing Twinkle? Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Wow, that was an amazing thing to promise, wasn't it? But Abraham was now very old, and his wife Sarah was old too. They were too old to have a baby. So they weren't quite sure how this was going to work. But then one day some strangers came and visited them, and they had a message from God, and they said, "You're going to have a son." So they had that promise again. And then eventually they did have a baby. Look, there's the baby. So if you've got your teddy, can you rock your teddy? And they named their baby Isaac. So this was their little baby. Oh, that was a nice story, wasn't it? So lots happened. They had to move to a new place and they were scared, but then you got to go with them. And God promised them a baby, and although they had to wait a long time, they got one. So that was a nice, happy story, wasn't it? Good. Right, are you ready to do some shaking? So I'm going to do a happy day now. Have you got your shaker? Here we go. I'm going to start. Come on, technology. You have to have a magic touch, obviously. The greatest day in history. Death is beaten, you have rescued me. Shout it out, Jesus is the God. The empty cross, the empty grave. Like eternal, you have won the day. Shout it out, Jesus is alive. He's alive. Ready for happy day? And oh, happy day, you wash my sin away. Oh, happy day, I'll never be the same. Wherever I am today. When I stand in that place, we at last meet face to face. I am yours, Jesus, you are mine. And the joy and perfect peace, everything finally will cease. Celebrate, Jesus is alive. He's alive. Happy day. And oh, happy day, you walk my sin away. Oh, happy day, I'll never be the same. No, forever I'm yay, give a big shake. Hey, well done. Very good. Excellent. So we'll put our shakers down. Now we're going to do our song about talking to God. So we can talk to God anyway, can't we? Whenever we want, about anything we like. Can you find your eyes? I can talk to God with my eyes open. I can talk to God with them firmly shut. I can blink, I can wink with one eye or the other. God doesn't mind at all. I can pray to God with my hands together. I can pray to God with them lifted high. I can pray on my own. I can pray with others. God doesn't mind at all. I can pray to God in a quiet whisper. I can pray out loud or in my head. Whenever I pray, God always hears me. God doesn't mind at all. Yay! Brilliant. Well done. Right, so it's time for the candles. So if you've got a little light somewhere, I just need to change the CD. So if you want to sit down and have a cuddle for this one, it's a nice cuddly song, our blessing song. Sorry. Only plays when it wants to. blessing be upon you. May you know of His great love for you. May God's blessing be upon you now, right where you are. May God's blessing be upon you now. May you know of His great love for you. May God's blessing be upon you now, right where you are. Now we're just going to do our prayer. You ready? Our friend Jesus, thank you for this time today, for lots of fun and time to play. And as we go about our day, help us all along the way. Amen. Right, you ready for the last verse? Put your candle again. May God's blessing be upon you now. May you know of His great love for you. May God's blessing be upon you now, right where you are. Right where you are. Yay, well done. Right, should we blow our candles out? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yay, well done. Very good. So don't forget our story today about Abraham. He went on a long journey because God had asked him to, and he was scared, but God went with him. And then God promised him a baby, and eventually he did get one because God keeps His promises. So that's good to remember. So there won't be any live shows next week, I don't think, but I'm sure you'll see it on Facebook if I do decide to do one. But I'm probably not going to do them next week. But there's loads of recorded ones or past ones, so you could always do a one that you haven't seen before next week because it's half term. And then I will see you live again the week after. Okay, bye.